Coffee with Coach Angie. I am so glad that you're here joining me on this first of 7 fresh starts that you get this week to step out in a new way, to step towards your goals, your dreams, and your desires in a new and fresh way. I'm Angie Mozilo, Accountability, Transition, and Rediscovery Coach. If you want to find out a little bit more about what I do and how working with me can work for you, join me over on my website at womanupmovement.com or join me on Facebook at Woman Up Movement. So what's in your mug this week? What's going on for you? What do you have on your plate that you have to get done? Are you going to be facing the negativity of those around you as you're walking through the week? Sometimes it's easy to let it roll off our back. Other times it's not quite so easy. As we're moving towards our goals, our dreams, our desires during the week, sometimes we hit roadblocks. Oftentimes one of those roadblocks is the negativity of others. Today we're going to talk about 3 tips to help you overcome the negativity of others. So we're going to talk about 3 things that you can do. You can set boundaries, you can remember that it's them and it's not you, and you can remember where your value is. The first reminder is to set boundaries. When you're encountering a negative person, oftentimes you need to take back accountability for your own attitude and set a boundary. Sometimes that means separating from the person. Other times it might be as simple as cutting off a conversation with a polite, I appreciate your concern, but I really hope at some point you can support what I'm doing. You can set boundaries in loving and kind ways, whether it's stepping back from a relationship or an interaction, or simply redirecting an interaction. So the first tip to overcome the negativity of others is to set boundaries. The second tip is to remember that very often it is them and not you. It is something that's going inside that other person that's causing their negativity towards you. Sometimes you're doing something that they wish they were doing, and we'll call it what it is. It could possibly be jealousy that you're moving towards your goals and they're not. Just remember to have compassion when it comes to that person, but don't let that person's attitude affect you. Sometimes it could be fear. Fear that you're growing and you're moving ahead and they're going to get left behind. Sometimes it might be the fear of them losing a relationship with you. Assure them that you're moving on to be the best that you can be, both for yourself and for them. And finally, sometimes people are just negative. Some people just have negative attitudes for whatever reason, whatever is going on in their lives. You need to take accountability and separate their attitude from your attitude. We all have accountability over our attitudes. Attitudes are separate from feelings. Feelings is what's going on inside us. Attitude is what we're projecting out. And finally, remember that your value is never ever wrapped up or defined by someone's opinion or attitude of you or what you're doing. You are accountable to own your value, to walk in your character, to walk in integrity. When you know you're walking forward through life in the best possible way that you can, walking in your truth, walking with compassion, walking with love, walking with integrity, walking in your character. Never ever let someone else's attitude define who you are. I hope you find these tips helpful and they'll help you overcome the negative attitudes of others as you're walking forward this week towards your goals, dreams, and desires. If you want to learn how working directly with me can work for you, check out my website at womanupmovement.com and join me over on Facebook at Woman Up Movement. I'm Angie Mozilo, Accountability, Transition, and Rediscovery Coach. Until next week, walk forward, walk in your character. Have an awesome week. You got this. And we'll see you next time on the next Coffee with Coach Angie.